Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are here with day 2 of our double wedding weekend, and we are now at Michaywe Golf Club in Garylord, Michigan, and we are going to celebrate with Matthew and Leah. We've got Mr. Jody! Dun dun dun! Rocking the Mawani wear sunglasses, as always. Ding, ding. We're gonna start getting some of our gear loaded up and inside of the golf club. It's gonna be interesting. The ceremony is gonna be behind the golf club by the pond. Dinner and cocktail is gonna be upstairs, and then dancing is gonna be downstairs. So similar to what we did at the Aurora Cellars Terrace event, we are gonna be using one ZLX upstairs for the dinner portion, and then our typical system is gonna be downstairs. We're also gonna be using our Roland on the patio upstairs and kind of trying to connect those two systems because there will be a few guests seated on the patio. So it's gonna be interesting, but you could see it looks freaking gorgeous out here. They have this beautiful pond out front. And some of you guys may know that a tornado actually came through Garylord, Michigan not too long ago. And it looks like they fared pretty well. At least here they did. We didn't see any other damage, but we also didn't go through Gaylord's main downtown area. We're gonna go ahead and get some of our gear loaded up. We'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Jody and I were going through and getting everything set up, and we just came upon the ceremony site.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that ceremony site. So that's where it's gonna be happening. It looks freaking beautiful. But that's where the ceremony is gonna be happening afterwards. The guests are gonna be coming on up here, probably following this staircase here. Maybe, if it comes up here, I don't know where. This is where some of them are gonna be hanging out, and then some of them are gonna be in there. So what we're gonna try to do, we're setting up a single ZLX in there, and we're gonna see if we can send the signal to our Roland out here. Because after the ceremony, we're gonna reposition our Roland in one of these corners, maybe that corner over there, or maybe this one so it's as close to the ZLX as possible. But then afterwards, we're gonna move everybody downstairs for dancing. And this is a pretty cool venue. This is my first time being here, so I've never been out here before. What do you think, Jody?
It's fantastic. A little bright though, so make sure you have your sunglasses.
We are officially all set up with the exception of the ceremony. We got here a bit earlier than we normally do because I didn't have an opportunity to do a walkthrough of the venue. It's an hour and a half away from my house, so I just didn't have the time to make the drive. And to kind of compensate for that, we kind of came a little early. We've got the system downstairs where the dancing is going to be happening and the formal dances, and we've got the system upstairs set up. Probably in like 30 minutes or so, Jody and I are going to go set up for the ceremony, but let me give you guys a tour real quick. So this is what we've got down here on the lower level. This is where a lot of the dancing is going to be happening. I was talking to Kyle, who is kind of the venue coordinator. He mentioned that they want a table set up down here, even though this is really where the dancing is going to be happening. So they still have tables, and then this is the system that we are going to be using once we begin dancing. So as usual, we have our Intimidator Spot 150 moving heads. Take you behind the booth. We have our Prime 2. Yet again, we are running Engine OS at the moment. When we come down here, I may keep running Engine OS. I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm going to switch to Virtual DJ on my laptop or if I'm just going to continue running Engine OS. We'll kind of figure that out as we get here. But we've got the Surface Pro that is running my DMX3 for our lighting attached to the APC Mini. We've got 4 of our uplights over here. We actually have our other 8 uplights charging in the corner over here. Originally, we weren't going to put them out, but with all of these pillars down here, I think it would look pretty cool. So we are going to do that. And we have our text request sign so they can come up here if the cellular data allows them to. That is, it seems like it's a pretty bad dead zone down here unless you connect to their internet. But they can come over here, scan the QR code, and text us their song request. And then this is what we have got upstairs. So this is where dinner is going to be happening. So we've got the head table right there. And then this is our system that we are going to be running our dinner music through. Our toasts, our speeches are going to be happening up here. Cocktail hour is going to be happening on this back patio. So the interesting thing is I was unaware that some of the guests were actually going to be seated out there during dinner. I knew that they were going to be using it for cocktail, but did not realize that there were going to be guests out there. So I am hoping, since we're going to be using our Shure ULX for the toasts, I'm hoping that the X-Vive wireless transmitter receiver kit that I have will be strong enough to send the signal to the Roland out here. Because after the ceremony, we're going to reposition the Roland on this back patio, and I'm just hoping that that X-Vive is able to work through these doors. For the system that we are running up here, we are running our EV ZLX 15P. We're only running one of them because we don't need a whole lot of sound. And then we have our Mackie 8-channel mixer. So downstairs, we're just running our Prime 2 directly to our speakers because we don't need our external mixer. We've got the wired microphone that is going to be for my announcements. And then after the ceremony, we're going to reposition our ULX up here. So it's just a little system to run the dinner music, run the grand entrance music, and then that's really going to be it. So we are all good to go. So we are set up in there for dancing. We are set up there for dinner. We are set up out here for ceremony, which is going to be out here. After the ceremony, that Roland is going to be repositioned up there on that patio. And then we are going to connect our X-Vive wireless. But this is kind of what we got.
Amen. Well, now, Matt and Leah, you've promised each other your love in front of your friends and family, given and received rings as a sign of your deep commitment. Therefore, it's my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Good job. Have your first kiss as husband and wife as I present to all gathered here, Mr. and Mrs. Matt and Leah Ellswick.
While Tony is busy releasing tables, unbeknownst to him, I'm making a secret recording that he may or may not include in the gig log. I just wanted to say that I, as the #1 DJ in training and awesome person of awesomeness, there's no other way to say it, you are blessed to have me along for these rides and see my lovely face. So you just need to know that. I couldn't stay serious. So anyway, this is probably going to be left on the cutting room floor, or he's going to change things that I'm saying and make me look like an idiot. So yeah, here we go.
So this wedding was just awesome. Everybody had a great time. The couple were really cool. We had a lot of fun planning with them, kind of leading up to the wedding. There's one thing that I want to talk about, and I thought it was really cool because I'm actually editing this probably a good month and a half after the fact. So this gig log was back in July, and it was really cool because I'm coming off of another double wedding weekend, and the second wedding we did this weekend was actually for a bride that was at this wedding. And the insane thing is that that same bride was at this wedding and then at another wedding that I did 7 days later. There were 3 brides in the last 2 months who all went to each other's weddings. And I was their DJ, but none of them knew that I was their DJ. None of them had any idea that they booked the same DJ for their wedding. And although a big portion of my client base are destination couples, you know, they're couples that are traveling, I thought it was insane that I had 3 brides all within an hour and a half away from me, because all of these weddings were like an hour and a half drive for Jody and I. All booked me without having any communication with each other. They all found me on Google. They all reached out to me. They all liked what I had to say. And all 3 of their weddings were freaking bangers. Not a single one of their wedding we had any issues. The crowd was just amazing and energetic. And it was really cool to see. And I think that goes back to a lot of conversations that I've been having lately about making sure that your messaging resonates with your ideal client and you know where they are looking for what they need and that you are there. For an example, I know that a lot of my ideal clients, they aren't necessarily going onto Facebook. They're not looking for DJs in wedding groups on Facebook saying, hey, who do you recommend? You know, I know that they are looking online. They are looking on Google, and maybe they will ask in a group just to kind of get other references. But I know that they're looking on Google and they aren't looking for the cheapest DJ. They're looking for somebody that they're willing to pay a little bit more in order to have the right party. And all 3 of these brides found me on Google, reached out to me, had a conversation, and booked me. And it wasn't until I started doing their weddings that they all realized I was their DJ. You know, so if you are a DJ who is starting out and you are looking to build a business, really put a lot of thought into who your ideal client is, how you need to speak to them, and where they are looking for you, and make sure that you show up there. That's it for this video. If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos, and tell me in the comments section below, where do your ideal clients go to find you? And if you're interested in growing your DJ business, click the link in the description below to join our Facebook community, DJ Marketing School, where I'm doing interviews with other DJs, industry professionals, to find out what works in growing their DJ business. That's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.